Hey, does your iPhone keep running out of space? You're tired of getting that message that says your storage is almost full every time you go to record a video or take a photo? Well, on this freezing cold, sub-zero day in Wisconsin, Kurt with Teach Mom How here, I'm going to show you 5 tricks or 5 steps you can do to quickly and easily free up space on your iPhone so you got plenty of space to record and take pictures of the things you want to. Let's go. All right, so the first step in freeing up storage on your space so it doesn't, or freeing up storage space on your phone, excuse me, so that it doesn't keep running out, is to go to your storage and see what's actually taking up the space. So here's how you do that. You go to the settings on your phone, okay? If you don't know where that's at on your screen, if you're like me and things are kind of all over the place, you can swipe to the right and just do a quick search here on your phone. So you swipe down to get to the search bar, search settings. It will pull up your settings, that little gear icon, okay? Once you're in the settings, you just look for general, under general, iPhone storage right here, okay? Under iPhone storage, it's going to tell you what's taking up all the space on your phone, all right? And you can see what's taking space and figure out what things can be deleted from within those apps or different things on your phone that can be deleted. All right, this brings us to step number 2, or trick number 2 to freeing up space on your iPhone, and that's to review the large attachments. Okay, so every time you get sent a message, your wife or your friend sends you a text with a video or a picture, that video gets, or that text stays on your phone usually if you don't delete it, and that's going to take up a lot of space over time. So if you click on Review Large Attachments, you can see all these videos and photos and things that are taking up space on your phone. You can click Edit, and you can select all of them. Now, obviously, if it's something important, then you're going to want to save that, like these two I need to actually save. If it's something important, you're going to want to save it on your phone or save it wherever is important to you. But you just go through and you select all the things that you can and want to delete. Then you click this little trash button in the top right corner, and that's going to free up some space. Usually these videos, if they're important, you've already put them on Facebook or you've already got them in your photo library. You don't need them in your messages anymore. So go through and delete all of those, and it will free up space on your phone. And if you want to take it even further, you can go to your messages, okay? And you can delete all of your messages that are in here by going like that, swiping to the left and deleting. And that will free up not only the big ones that are taking up a lot of space, but it will free up all this message space that's getting taken up, okay? You can go through and do that. You can also click this little 3 dots right here, select the messages, and now you can go faster to delete messages from your phone, okay? That's going to free up, if I do it with everything on my phone, that's going to free up 3.66 gigs. See, I just cleared up 0.04. So if I did the whole thing, I'd free up a bunch. All right? So that's a real quick and easy way to just free up space, and that's to clear out your messages, especially the ones with the large attachments. All right, that brings us to tip number 3, or step number 3 to freeing up space on your iPhone. You can just simply go in and find the apps that you don't need. So this shows you which apps are taking up the most space, but let's close out of this storage area real quick. So we can just go in and find apps that we don't need anymore. If I hold this one down and click delete, it will delete it from my phone. By the way, be aware if you see this little cloud sign like by the PayPal icon, that means it's something that's in my iCloud, but not necessarily something that's on my phone. All right, so if I click on that, it's going to re-download it to my phone and take up more space. Your iPhone automatically puts a lot of these apps up on to the cloud, so they're not taking up space. But you may find some that are still on your phone that you don't need. Like I don't need this Inigo cards, this one with the like orange squares here. So if I hold that down, click delete app, that's going to free up a little bit of space on my phone. So that's tip number 3. Is go through and find the apps that you don't need anymore. And then tip number 4 is to go through and find the apps that are taking up a lot of space. Okay, So my apps that take up the most space are my photos, my bookshelf, and my Audible, and my voice memos. Okay, these are audiobook apps, right? And my photos. And then the voice memos, these are recordings I make on my phone. So you don't necessarily have to delete the whole app, but you might be able to go into these apps and find content that you could delete that doesn't necessarily need to be on your phone all the time. Podcast is another one. If you download podcasts in the podcast app on your phone, that may be taking up a lot of space. So if you can find these apps that not the app itself, but the content in the app is taking up space, like this bookshelf one. I have almost 7 gigs of audiobooks on here. Well, let's go to that app for a second. And you can do the same thing with Audible or your voice memos or anything that's taking up a lot of space. So you can go into these apps that have a lot of content that's taking up space, and you can determine if you can delete it. Like if you have an Audible account, it works the same way as this app. In fact, I'll show you an Audible because more of you are going to have Audible than this other app. But all your audiobooks are in here, and if you go to your library, you can see which ones are on your phone and which ones are just on your account. Like these first 4, these are actually on my phone. You can tell because it's the logo is full color and everything. But then these other ones are kind of faded out, and it has a download arrow to click on to download it to my phone. I don't need all these on my phone unless I'm actively listening to them. Okay. So if there's a book that's on here, like let's take this sales training one that I don't necessarily need, I can right this second, if I'm not listening to it right this second, I can click these 3 dots and I can click remove from device. That's going to remove it from my device to free up space. It's not going to remove it from my account. It's still on my Audible account. I can re-download it anytime when I want to listen to it again. So if I go through here and I do this with a bunch of my content, then I can remove these from my device. Okay. Now if I go back to my storage on my settings, you'll see that now Audible is down to 2.97 gigs because I removed a bunch of the stuff. All right. Okay, so there you have 4 of the 5 steps to freeing up space on your iPhone. First, check your storage and see what things are taking up space. Then delete your messages that you don't need, especially the large ones, the ones that have large photo attachments. Or in my case, if you deleted everything, you'd free up almost 4 gigs of space, 3.5 gigs of space. Third, go through and delete the apps that you don't use currently. You can always get them back even if you purchased them, but delete the apps that you don't currently use. Your phone, again, will do this automatically sometimes, but there may still be apps on your phone that you could delete to free up some space. And then fourth, delete the content from the apps that you're able to that are taking up a lot of storage. Like in my case, my audiobooks take up a lot of storage. I can go into those apps and remove the books from my device, but still have them on my account to download when I want or need them back later. Okay. So now number 5 is going to be your photos. Your photos take up a lot of space on your phone. If you have a big enough iCloud account, what is cool about photos though is it will back up your photos to iCloud and then just keep a small version of the photo on your phone. So like mine are only taking up 3 gigs, even though I have a lot more photos than that. And so I'll show you here. If I go and I look back, let's go back a ways. Let's go back to like last year, okay? So like these photos are no longer on my phone. They've been uploaded, or at least not the full version. They've been uploaded to my iCloud. So if I needed to use this or edit this, it would re-download automatically. So I still see it, but it's not taking up a ton of my space, okay? But if you find that your photos are taking up a lot of space, you don't want to delete them from the photos. And I explained this in another video. I'll include a link here to it where I go into more depth about different ways to back up your photos. But you don't want to delete them from photos because if I delete this, it's going to be gone forever from my iCloud, which is kind of weird with iCloud, but that's how it works. Okay, so I don't want to delete this from here because iCloud is going to automatically back it up to iCloud and put it on a small thing. So if I want this totally gone from my photos or from my phone to free up more space, I can do that. I can delete that photo, but I don't want to do it unless I've backed it up to some other photo sharing site, because if I delete it from here, it's gone from my iCloud forever. Okay, so there's 5 tips and tricks that you can use to free up space on your phone. Hopefully that helps to free up some space on your phone, and if not, then go back and do it. Oh, one other tip and trick. You can look right here and see how much space apps are taking up, and if you don't need the app, you can click on it and click delete app, and it will disappear. Okay, or reinstall it if it's already not on your phone. You can tell if it's on your phone or if it's just in your iCloud by looking at that little cloud icon. All right, so there you go. There's some tips and tricks to free up some space on your phone from Teach Mom How. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you get all of our notifications when we come out with new how-to videos. And if you want to see the video that I mentioned, see the link that's either in the description, or there should be a little graphic that pops up here and gives you a link to go check out the video on different photo backup options to free up photo space on your phone.